Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. Just like the ocean's response to the wind, our life's direction is largely determined by our reactions, not just the events themselves. It really isn't about just staying afloat, but about navigating our way through the currents of life. It's not the blowing of the wind, but the setting of the sails that will determine our direction in life. Welcome back to the Shattered Mindset podcast, where we explore the pivotal moments that redefine our thinking and set us on new paths. I'm your host, Melvin Larry. Today, I'm coming to you right here from Cancun, Mexico. Wow, listen, I'm witnessing the powerful force of the ocean. Waves are splashing all around me. It's so excited. The sounds of the tropics and the impact of the wind on those mighty waves is so intriguing. It's truly spectacular view of nature's strength and how even the greatest powers can be influenced by unseen forces. The wind against the waves. You know, Jim Rohn famously said, "The same wind blows on us all, the winds of disaster, opportunity, and change. Therefore, it's not the blowing of the wind, but the setting of the sails that will determine our direction in life." You know, watching these waves directed and shaped my thoughts about wind and so forth. And it reminds me of how similarly our lives are shaped by the winds of our circumstances. It's not just about the challenges themselves, but how we set our sails in response. That's what guides us to our destination. Actually, there's another quote that really fits perfectly here. All right. And that's a quote by Chuck Swindoll. Chuck Swindoll said, listen, life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. Isn't that an amazing thing that we can look at? And so, look, just like the ocean's response to the wind, our life's direction is largely determined by our reactions, not just the events themselves. This is just about staying afloat. But, well, it really isn't about just staying afloat, but about navigating our way through the currents of life. Okay, so steering toward the shores we choose ourselves. So let's dive deeper, starting with the north wind. There are like four basic winds I'll talk about here. So picture this: you're out at sea, and suddenly this cold, fierce wind starts blowing. It's tough. It's testing. It's much like those moments in life when everything seems to be going against you. In my own experience, stepping into a failing corporate operation felt like facing the north winds, right? It was about standing firm, though, setting my sails not just to endure, but to thrive, turning that operation from the lowest performer to the best performer in that region. Really taught me a great deal about resilience and navigating through storms. And this is not just about the challenge, but about how I reacted to it. Now, as challenging as the north wind can be, it often sets the stage for the east wind. And this is the wind of new beginnings. Think of the dawn breaking the promises of a new day, bringing opportunities for fresh starts. In my journey through another area of network marketing and such, the east wind blew. It brought its own set of challenges, like transitioning from a structural corporate world to the entrepreneurial space where there's no steady paycheck, and you're managing yourself and others in a completely different environment. It was a fresh start, filled with uncertainty, but also brimming with potential. My reaction to this new beginning shaped the course of my career just as much as the opportunity itself. Okay. Now, then there's the south wind. Okay. Yeah. Imagine it as that warm, comforting breeze you feel on a sunny day, just like here in Cancun, right? It's a reprieve from the harsher winds, a time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. For me, those south wind moments came during periods of personal growth and success in my entrepreneurial career. Now, these were times of learning, development, and reaping the rewards of hard work, feeling a deep sense of satisfaction right here in this beautiful place. See, these are the moments when everything seems to click, where you feel a deep sense of satisfaction, even accomplishments. It's not just about enjoying these times, but also about using them to prepare for inevitable changes ahead. Because as we all know, the winds will shift again. And speaking of change, that brings us to the west wind. This wind often signals transitions and sometimes endings. But remember, every ending leads to a new beginning. Look, while here in this beautiful place of warm winds, we received the heartbreaking news of the loss of a loved one. Tragic, all right? It's a stark reminder that life is full of sudden changes, and it's about embracing the new opportunities, the changes as well. The things that these endings make space for. So, look, as we wrap up today, think about the winds you're currently facing. Which way are your sails set? Are you struggling against a challenge, riding a breeze toward new opportunities, enjoying a period of comfort, or adjusting to the changes brought by the west wind? Remember, it's not just the wind, but how you set your sail and how you react that determines where you'll end up. Hey, look, I hope today's chat inspires you to harness the winds of your life to navigate towards your own success and fulfillment. So until the next time, keep adapting, keep evolving, and keep reaching for those new horizons. I want to thank you. I hope that you will like, subscribe, and even share this information with your friends, your relatives, your coworkers, whomever, and come on back for the next episode of the Shattered Mindset Podcast. Melvin Larry signing off. Take care. Take care. Keep it.